Recording in progress.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to another exciting episode of the VOD Squad, the show where we talk about streaming technology. This is episode 248. We got it started off with a couple
super
issues.
Smooth, man. Super smooth. We're all good.
Super smooth, you know. One of these days we'll get the hang of it. I am Clyde, and today I am joined by Matthew Ross.
Hey.
And Jimmy Trammell.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Doing all right. So Mike won't be joining us because he went to DEF CON and got a virus.
Okay, he went to DEF CON?
DEF CON.
DEF CON with DEF.
Yeah, that's where all the hackers are, and somehow they uploaded a virus into his throat.
Yeah, it sounded like you said he went to DEF CON, like, you know,
maybe.
You know, DEATH. It's like, well, I don't know if I want to go to that convention. I'm sorry, it doesn't sound fun to me. Also, DEF CON itself. DEF CON. That doesn't
yeah,
like
DEF CON does not, no matter how you say it.
Which one's worse?
I think I would take my chances with the DEF CON. Because at least DEF CON, my assets could still be transferred onto my children. DEF CON, you come back with no assets whatsoever. Your bank account's cleared out. Everything that you've built just destroyed.
I'm gonna search. I'm googling for DEF CON. No. I'm not searching for DEF CON. Actually, search for DEF CON tickets, concerts, and tour dates. Festival.eu. DEF CON is apparently a something in Leavenworth. WCCFA, Washington Cemetery Cremation and Funeral Association of Washington State. DEF CON. Yes, only in Washington.
Didn't there used to be a comedy DEF CON?
Well, there was Def Jam. Def was a Def Comedy Jam. So it'd be DEFCOM. DEFCOM. DEFCOM 3.
Beautiful Leavenworth, Washington.
Is that where the at least it's not Leavenworth, Kentucky.
Leavenworth, I think that's the Bavarian town.
Yeah.
So
I would say Leavenworth, Kentucky is where the famous federal prison is.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. I don't want to go to Leavenworth.
Yeah, you don't want to go to Leavenworth. It's also where they store all the country's gold.
Oh no,
that's why Goldfinger took place in Kentucky.
They went to
it's not Fort Knox anymore.
Oh, or that's in Kentucky though, right? That's where Leavenworth is. I thought they were in like the same area. Fort Knox. Someone will have to look at the map and check my geography. I think they were like somewhat adjacent, or I thought Leavenworth was at Fort Knox.
Wow, this is like happening very soon. I was in like, it was today, August 17th. That's DEF CON. It's happening right now. You can log into their event right now. That's great. Oh my goodness. Hey, today has been an interesting day. I got a panicked call today on my way while I was at work. My wife's car got hit. She was in it while she was being hit. It was a little bump in the back. So
the new one?
Yeah, she's okay. Everything's okay. But so she was at a red light. She was stopped, and the giant Enterprise rent-a-truck ran into her. I don't know all the details. All I know is that really basically ruined her day.
That's what she gets for following the traffic laws.
Well,
If she had just run that red light, then it never would have bumped into her.
You know, she did mention, and if I would have ran the yellow light, this would have happened. Like, it's not how this works. Okay. Oh, but no. Yeah, that's Enterprise. They come pick you up or hit you. So.
Did they at least give her a ride to where she needed to go after the car got
should
towed?
have. I agree that would have been nice of them, but no, that's not that. It drives. It's fine. It'll be fixed. It'll be a headache for us for a while, but it'll be just fine. But that was the highlight of the day, which says something about the day.
All right.
If you want, we could actually talk about news. If you want.
Wasn't that news?
That was personal news. Personal antidote to start the show. Be something kind of light and hard, and we can all laugh about, because this is a light and happy show.
Most of the
If
time.
you say so.
I guess. Okay. Well, we can talk about the news, I guess. AT&T last week talked about the fact that they were going to be spinning off their streaming solution into a different. They succeeded in making it a separate thing, selling it off or whatever, separating or whatever they decided to do last week. This week, we now know what they're going to call it. It's going to be known as DirecTV Stream. That's because, of course, they're going to go back to the old name, but they're going to be making themselves a nice little, new business over on the side here, where they're going to try to continue being a streaming service. Essentially, everything is staying the same. The packages are staying the same. Your prices are still basically going to be staying the same. You don't have to do anything. You've just got a brand new business out of this. So there you go. DirecTV Trickle is now available on.
I was going to say, is it DirecTV Stream because they continue to piss all over their customers?
Oh, okay. I already see the logo has the direct has this nice arc in it.
Yeah. Although
I could see the photoshopping people now taking advantage of that.
To their credit, I did see something that said, like, I think it's a new slogan that you can, whether you beam or stream, is like, because you can either get it beamed to you by satellite or streamed to you over the internet. So I was like, okay, that's witty. That's actually fairly decent. But still, yeah.
Well,
I mean,
so here's my problem with this, right? Is the prices. Right. You look at the prices and it's just, okay, you can call it streaming and all, but really all it is just cable over the internet is what it is.
I will say that this one is, if you don't want the dish and you don't want the cable, but you want those packages, this is actually the closest we have gotten to just cable over the internet, rather than like your over-the-top services have had to hobble stuff together. This is just straight, we don't care where you are. We'll get it to you.
We'll send it you over the internet. There you go.
Yeah. So never mind that it's costing them a whole lot less to deliver this, right?
Is it?
Satellites don't cost anything. Come on.
But so at first when I thought about this, I said, I was wondering how can they do this, because the main reason Comcast and AT&T Uverse, haven't been able to offer this is because since they are cable companies, they are still held by their regional. They're not allowed to provide service over the internet to anybody that's outside of their region. That's where this becomes actually compelling, because it's DirecTV, which does not have a region. So therefore, AT&T can send it to their customers over the internet with those boundaries don't exist. And you're basically getting cable. So
Right. It's for the people out there that want to have that full cable package. And I'm expecting something where I get all these channels and I really want them all, and I really just sit there and watch TV all day long, and like being able to have my HGTVs and my ESPNs and my locals and my local PBS and my sports networks and things like that. And here's where I'm bitter about this, is that this is still the only service out there in the world where I can watch my local baseball team over the internet. I have no other option. Root Sports, which does the Mariners, I love it because it's a background thing. It does, nothing exciting happens. It's a great background noise. It would be nice if I could, get it directly from Root Sports for, I don't know, $5, $10 a month. I'd be willing to pay for it, but no, I have to get AT&T. Well, not AT&T anymore. This DirecTV puddle thing. So,
DirecTV. Yeah, never mind.
Well, I mean, I would even consider, getting one of these packages to try it out, because I know that any one of these packages you choose, which, by the way, it's 65 plus channels for $70 a month, 90 plus channels and HBO Max for $85 a month, 130 plus channels, HBO Max for $95 a month, 140 plus channels and HBO Max, and Cinemax, Showtime, and Stars included for $140 a month. So it sounds a lot like cable to me. But what's the real kicker here is you're going to pay that much and you got to watch the commercials. Right? Yeah. So if I got one of those packages and it came commercial free, okay, maybe that would be enticing enough to give it a try. But knowing you got to pay that price and watch the commercials.
Yeah, but they can't do that because it's not them that's adding the commercials, it's the channel. And the channel has no benefit, of this service other than they would.
Okay. So how about this? How about you don't give me anything live streaming, but just give me video on demand.
Isn't that called
with no commercials?
I think that's called Hulu.
Okay, and Hulu is a reasonable product, right? Because you only pay
and a reasonable price.
You only pay what, $13 a month or something like that, right? And you get it commercial free.
You can.
It's
mostly
some stuff, but you don't get everything. Like you don't get the CBS, so you can go to CBS All Access, now Paramount Plus, and get a commercial-free package. So you add another whatever, and then you can go to the other stuff. You can put it all together, and it'd be about the same price, but it won't be all in one single interface.
Okay. So because they package it all in one service, that warrants the higher price.
Well, I mean, this is just traditional TV, just over the internet.
Yeah.
So which is why they're charging you the traditional cable over the internet prices. That's why you get to decide, do you want to beam it or stream it? You can get it over the satellite, or you can get the satellite feed over the internet.
So the advantages are you don't have to buy any type of set-top box. You don't have to
provide you a set-top box.
Yeah, you don't have to install it on any type of dish. You can you can use it in multiple locations if you want to.
Potentially, a lot of times they will IP lock it.
But let's say you decide, oh, you know what? I'm going to move to different locations. They just go, oh, we'll update your address. You're good. It's that simple. And in most cases, I don't know if this case, but in most cases, there's no contract, so you can cancel it anytime.
Usually doesn't DirecTV have contracts normally?
Not if you get the satellite, yes.
But that's the thing, is the stream part is the same as the satellite minus the hardware, so it's going to have the same contracts, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know.
But I'm not saying it does. I'm saying that would be my assumption. I think
when it was
would be
direct
really
TV, it was definitely contracts
Yeah.
when it was direct TV.
Right. Yeah.
So-
Well, I hope not. But if that's the case, no, never. I'm never going to touch it. All right. Well, you know what you could do is you could go over and get Sling TV, because they are doing rather well for themselves. Sling TV has just announced a year-over-year increase of 65,000 subscribers, bringing their total number of subscribers up to 2.44 million. This is a pretty good increase on them, even though they had a little price increase recently. Remember, those guys that went up from that horrible price of $30 a month for the blue package to $35 a month, because of course they did. No, they told us a year in advance that was happening. Anyways, good on them. They've been doing well. This is the Dish rolled out version of the streaming package. This is the OG streaming service, and they are still kicking butt. So good for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rock on.
More like it.
Let's see. If you are a Netflix fan, and you have been wanting to enjoy your spatial audio on using that, you can get on your iPhone or your iPad, launch the new Netflix app with updated spatial audio support. So if you have one of those fancy headphones from Apple, from the AirPods Max or the AirPods Pro, you can stick those in your ear or over your ear and enjoy your spatial audio, that feature that's so important, but according to Apple, on the new Netflix device. So this is the thing that lets you, you watch the show, you get the good, things happening in certain directions, and if you turn your head, it still keeps it relative to which direction you're looking, among other things, in order to make it so it's very immersive. So if you think you hear something, you whip your head around, what was that sound? And then something's happening over here, you still sounds like it's coming from over there, kind of thing, which is interesting.
I thought Spatial was Richard Branson's new business venture, giving people facials in space.
It's not just according to
I'm gonna go get a Spatial.
So, just so you know, according to Blue Origin, it's kind of space, but it's okay.
Hey, it's spacer than Blue Origin has gotten.
It's true, but it's besides the point. But Blue Origin makes great infographics, just so you know.
Or if you've had that 5-channel audio system like I have, you've had this since 2005.
True. You just turn your head and it's naturally spatial audio.
But the thing he missed was they're adding it for the iPhone and the iPad. You don't have that 5-channel setup on your phone or your tablet.
True. And this is just on the heels of, Apple did release a software update to all those devices that facilitated this. Makes sense that an app like Netflix will follow suit right after the implementation of that.
See, you just said that, and I know for a fact I could probably go look on Amazon right now and find an iHome 5-speaker audio system for an iPad. I bet you somebody out there has one. Surround sound system for iPad.
It's called the soundbar, whatever. Get a soundbar system, because all of them have Bluetooth built in. Another thing to note is if you want to try this out, but you don't have it on Netflix yet, you can try it out using Apple TV Plus, Disney Plus, or HBO Max. They've already implemented this.
Okay, cool. Yeah, spatial audio. Hope it's good, guys. Hope it's worth it.
Yeah. They're going to add it to the tvOS eventually, Apple said.
Quite frankly, I just don't understand. That's me. Okay. Hisense, the TV maker, they have just gone out and they've decided to go ahead and make a new version of their TV. This new version is specially designed with the ability to have to qualify for a certification for its for privacy. It's the ETSI EN 303645 certification, granted to them by TUV or TOV or
Tube? I think I would read that as Tuve.
That is an umlaut, correct?
Yeah.
That is an umlaut, correct? Okay.
Tuve.
So Tuve Rhineland of Greater China. So what does this mean?
I don't know. So, I mean, at first glance, I went, hey, great. You know, I like Hisense.
Yeah.
I've been happy with their products. And, you know, everybody's got their data concerns about stuff from China because all the big companies are basically owned by the government. And so Tuve Rhineland is I assume they're a well-respected privacy company. Do we know?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah. So I find this very funny though, because
it's a standard which provides a practical evaluation method to limit cyber criminals from controlling global devices, launching DDoS attacks, mining cryptocurrency, or peeping at users. So it's a certificate saying, okay, you didn't leave port 80 open and allow buffer overruns, and you didn't leave telnet on, and okay, good, yeah, good. You check.
So Hisense becomes the first TV brand to acquire this certification from a company that they work side by side with, which is also probably owned by the same government that owns Hisense. So essentially, this is the Chinese government telling you that if you're afraid of us staring at you or watching you, or you've got privacy concerns, it's okay. we put this sticker, it's so that you know it's okay.
Thanks, China. We appreciate that.
It's like in Tommy Boy, he says, you want a guarantee? I can, you know, poop in a box and slap guarantee on it. You know?
Okay. Oh, great.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if any other brands are going to get this certification.
Well,
or if it's just a gimmick.
I suspect it's actually a good thing, because it sounds like it is actually trying to make sure you're not, you know, doing stupid things with your device. But you're right; it does sound very self-serving here. So.
I do agree with, if this certification is legit, then I think it's good. But it sounds very fishy.
Yeah, you're right. It does feel like it could be a.
But it might be. They are keeping out the criminals and the hackers that are not the Chinese government. Because what the Chinese government does is not illegal. By law, there's nothing that they can do that is illegal. So if they choose to access your device, it's okay. But they're preventing everybody else from doing it.
I suspect somebody else will make a different certification that is similar and does the same thing. All right.
There will be another one for TCL. Also owned by the Chinese government.
Aren't they basically almost the same? Never mind. Locast is now making their service available on Vizio TVs. If you have a Vizio SmartCast TV, you will now have the option to launch the Locast app directly on it, which will give you that access to your local channels over the internet using a free with interruptions or a $5 per month donation to see your stuff. And it's got the list of markets is getting ridiculous. This has got everything now in it. I mean, I'm super impressed with.
Well, that's why we stopped talking about the market announcements.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you are a person that's actually relying on, I know there is somebody out there that has been mad that I want to use Locast, but my Vizio proprietary OS doesn't have the app. Well, you, sir, or madam.
Hey, Dwayne, we know we got it for you now.
Yep. you are in luck.
Yeah,
will
you're
it ever get updated? Probably not.
No.
But it is available.
That's good. Well, that's nice. I like Lowcast. I hope they keep doing
I want everybody to be able to access everything on anything. So it's a step in the right direction.
All right, guys. Looks like there's a new service coming from T-Mobile. They're going to be providing internet fiber optic to the home. It's going to be great. They're doing talk.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I was going to make a Fios joke, but that's Verizon.
No, that's Verizon. But no, this is T-Mobile. Then, so they're going to be providing fiber optic to your home. It's going to be 940 megabits per second upload and download. It's nice. They're going to give you or make you pay for, but provide you with a Wi-Fi 6 router too. So nice. This is a pretty awesome service.
It's a step up from your Jackson 5 router.
Jackson 5. No, but I mean, probably. But this is awesome, but they said they're going to only provide it in a very limited pilot program for right now. So, unless you live in New York City, in very small spot areas, you're not going to have
including Alaska.
Not including Alaska.
It says the service is available for about $60 a month to 30 million Americans across 49 states.
Nope. That service is T-Mobile's 5G.
Oh, that's
wireless.
the 5G home. Oh, okay.
The very limited pilot is only provided in very small areas in New York.
So
City.
they're basically going to do what Google Fiber did. Be like, hey, screw everybody else.
Well, maybe they could also go out and start seeing where this makes sense and providing it in additional places, kind of thing.
Yeah, I think they're gonna learn the lesson very early that it's not worth the effort.
It's hard to pull fiber.
That's true. There's a lot of places where the fiber is already there and but it just needs to be lit up. But even that is gonna be a hassle, and because there are too many companies that are that benefit from the fiber not being lit, and they do make deals with the municipalities to make sure that it doesn't get lit, so it ends up being not in the municipality's best interest. But
I, for one, welcome when they come to rolling into West Palm Beach, right? Because right now I only have one fiber carrier to choose from.
Sir, that is one more than I have.
And I would love to have two.
Me too. Oh, well. All right. Last week or the week before, I don't know, there was a lawsuit that happened due to the streaming of the new Black Widow movie. Basically, people are upset about what they got their compensation based on things going straight to streaming versus not. That's not what we're here to talk about today. Today, we're talking about the fact that Disney has looked at this, and it looks like that they have found a way in order to compensate the talent because of things like this that is happening. When they have been looking at their options and how they can modify their current contracts and their future contracts, so that if this kind of thing were to happen again, where things would be brought directly to streaming, how they can compensate for people for what they do, for what their work is, which they expected to get if it was fully released. No real details for us here, but I did want to bring up this story because I am very interested to see how the movie industry adjusts, and I really would like to see what they do in the future to this, when they know that something should have been $1 billion property, probably, or at least $500 million. No, it would have made some money. And
it would have made some money. It would have made Wonder Woman 84 money. I think they were comparable.
So what, maybe I'm missing something here. So how do they determine how much money it would have made had it been released normally?
So the last several Marvel movies that come out tend to make over $500 million domestically. They have been.
Before COVID.
Yeah, those
Correct.
are A-list characters that actually had a decent story, as opposed to I tried to watch this, and
Okay.
this was, yeah.
I agree with you. With the story was weak on this one completely. I wish it was better.
Well,
But
I
that's
did
what I'm
enjoy
saying is I don't. So if people are saying this should have made Avengers money, there's no way. This would be lucky to have made Aquaman money.
okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to watch this. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm willing to wait. What is it? 45 days before it goes to Disney Plus?
No, it's 30
Something like that.
Oh, you pay $30.
Right.
Well, yeah.
You don't
pay
want to do
30
that,
bucks.
yeah.
I don't want to pay
I
30
wouldn't.
bucks.
I wouldn't.
I pay a subscription already. Right?
Yeah,
I'll
exactly,
just wait. I'll just wait a few extra days. Whatever.
And
it is.
that would be my recommendation.
It sounds like all the different companies are agreeing to a new window of 45 days, which feels good to me. I got no problem with waiting 45 days if it's a movie that I wouldn't want to pay for.
Yeah,
Seems fine.
I mean, and if it's something I got to see right away, hey, I'll pay the 30 bucks or whatever it is to
Or go to
watch
the
it
theater.
right away. Right.
Yeah.
Just so you know, Aquaman kind of money was $335 million.
That's what I'm saying. It's not the 500. So, I mean, I'd say that maybe 200, 300. Yeah.
Yeah. That seems right. So, but that would be something that so that would be the argument. Hey, would it be more money? And because based on those sales, that's the kind of money she was supposed to get. And the contract didn't have anything to do anything for it if it went straight to streaming.
Yeah.
And apparently they have now figured out ways to compensate people in this case, which we may see in the future.
And Mike brought up a good point, right? He's there in the chat room. Yeah, I think he's making the point that anybody who would have paid $30 would have bought it on the back end, right? Or maybe they would buy it anyway. Maybe if you really like it and really a fan of Black Widow, would you pay $30 to see it up front and then pay the $20 or whatever it is on the back end to own it? Right.
Okay.
So maybe there's an argument to be made there, and that's a good point.
Very cool. Okay, so here's a new thing coming up. The movie there's a new movie coming out called Reminiscence. It stars a huge Ackman. I don't know anything about that guy. And the new promo for it is got this cool thing where you can upload your photo. Really? And then it will use your photo to make a deep fake version of the trailer, which puts you in the trailer with that huge Ackman. So I don't know. Whatever that website that says, is this a real person, and it generates a fake person, I want to upload one of those photos to it so I can, see this, and then I would like to see what happens. But does it make sense for you to upload your own photo? Are people that vain? That's what they want to do?
No, I'm pretty sure people are going to upload.
Yeah, people are that vain.
People are going to upload other people's photos.
Okay,
like, I'm pretty sure there's a trailer out there with Queen Elizabeth.
Well, I was just thinking, let's put Hugh Jackman in with Hugh Jackman.
Wow, it looks just like he's actually in it.
I don't know. That's a cool idea. I like the
Sure.
I love the gimmick. I love
hate
good
it.
gimmick.
I don't hate it.
But I really love to know what the privacy.
Maybe in the post show we'll upload somebody's video and see what happens.
That would be good.
So maybe they could deep fake Hugh Jackman with BoJack Horseman.
I was thinking Elmo.
I just want to see my favorite actor ever, Oscar the Grouch, finally get his breakout role, the credit he deserves.
All right, let's see. The HBO Max is looking at their streaming service and how it's been working on the various platforms. And basically, they've come to the conclusion it's not been working all that well. Looks like they're actually having technical problems with when they have been pushing over their own DRM laden applications to the various platforms like the Roku platforms and the PlayStation platforms. And there's been lots of people complaining about stuttering and videos not starting and things not, and apps crashing and things like that for a while now. And looks like they are working on doing a complete overhaul in the next few months in order to fix these issues. So if you're having trouble, you're not alone.
I will say, as an HBO Max user, I've found it works really good on the Roku. That because I've never had a problem with it on the Roku. I don't like the way the app is designed. I don't like the fact that when you fast forward or rewind, you have to do it blindly. You can't do like the frame by frame like you do on everything else. But I do like the fact that they are one of the only that let you, if you start watching something and you go, this is terrible, you can go to look at your watch history, or you click on continue watching, then you hit edit and delete. It's awesome.
So this is why you love HBO Max.
It's one of the reasons. I like a lot of the content that's on there. It's just, like I said, there's certain things about the app that drive me crazy, but it hasn't been performance based unless it's in the browser. So the other day I was watching some stuff here at my computer. So I had Chrome open because the only thing I ever use Chrome for is video because it's not my preferred browser. So I throw the stuff off on the second in Chrome. And I noticed that if I live in fear when I'm using it, because the fear of saying, wait, what did they say? Because if I try to skip back 30 seconds, then the video locks up, or the audio will play, but the video's frozen. And the only way to fix it is to close out the window, re-log in, find the thing, get back in, and then it starts playing at the point you left off before you went back, and then you doing the whole. So yeah. So hopefully they fix that.
Yeah, they've got work to do, those guys. And DRM guys, I don't know. Don't stop reinventing the wheel. Somebody else did it better than you could for for free. Real media, man. They did this for you.
Yeah.
So IMDb TV, that service that we've been talking about for week after week after week, coming out to various boxes. I think it's now on all the Amazon boxes and now on the iOS apps and the Android's players and the Android's phones out there now. Now it's getting onto your Xfinity boxes. It is now officially available. That free service that provides you that ad-supported television that on your Xfinity Flex box and your X1 set-top boxes. So it's going to be everywhere. It's one of those.
Okay.
And yes, I did skip a story. I'm so sorry.
I don't know. I don't care.
Well, then let's talk about it. YouTube is now offering a way for you to find specific chapters in your search results. In other words, if you have somebody who's taken the time to actually, put chapters in for their video, it's a good idea, everybody. You can, be searching for something, maybe a story about YouTube, and having the ability to search for chapters, and you would find this chapter of this YouTube video. Inception it's talking about how YouTube now has the ability for you to search, and it will bring you directly to that chapter. And if you did make it here, please let us know. thevodsquad@gmail.com.
I've got another scenario for you. You want to watch the previous live stream of the VOD Squad, but you don't want to sit through the 9.5 minutes of the starting soon screen. So you do a search for the episode number, and it takes you right to the chapter where the theme song starts.
Nice. That's cool.
Cool.
Yeah, very cool. All right, so now we're moving on to DTS. DTS, the guys who are making all the surround sound out there, they're big about the various surround sound systems. They have a new Wi-Fi surround sound setup solution that is being integrated. So this is using Wi-Fi in order to connect your different speakers together to provide you with the audio.
It's about freaking time.
And this new DTS standard, which is called Play-Fi Home Theater, and if you have a Play-Fi Home Theater compatible TV, the speakers that are built into your TV will be part of that surround sound system. So you can get your center channel right there if you need. So this is
hopefully your TV has a decent speaker, because not very many TVs have a decent speaker anymore, which is why I think this is one of those throwaway features where they're like, hey, we can do it. Well, nobody's going to want that, but it's okay. It's another thing that we can brag about. Oh, okay.
No, it's DTS. They know when they go into like, they're showing like a memory from the past, or they're showing somebody on an old telephone. It turns those speakers on suddenly. It knows intelligently to go, welcome to the song.
No, I mean, the TV speaker is fine for 95% of the people out there. Could be better, but it's the kind of thing that you don't know how bad your TV speaker is until you try to mix it in with a set of good speakers. And then it's like, you know, but yeah, I mean, this is cool. All I want is a decent, they take this technology, take it out of the speaker and put it in a little box that I can connect to the speakers I already own.
That'd be nice.
Because that's all I want. There have been a couple people that have made those for a long time, but they've never been good. And they're expensive, because in my living room, I want to set up my surround sound, but it is impossible. The way my house is laid out, it is impossible to get the wires from where the TV is to the other side of the room without like opening up the floor, ripping out the carpet. You know, if I could have put the wiring down before the carpet was replaced, okay, but it's not an option. So something like this is good. But I've got great speakers that I don't want to replace, but I don't get to use them either. So
have you ever tried that flat tape speaker wire?
Yeah, but I'm not doing that across the carpet.
No, I mean, you do it on the wall going around to your
you can't, because that's why because where my TV is, that's the main wall that is basically starts at the kitchen and goes all the way down the hallway. So there's too many openings. You can't go around.
Could you go over?
I looked into that and it was not worth it, because behind the couch it's a giant picture window. So, and then the front door. So there's no real way to bring it back down.
So your TV lives in a 4-dimensional space and it's impossible to do. Gotcha.
It's been difficult. Normally I would go into the wall, go down, and then through the floor and then back up. But the problem is the basement is finished. No, it's finished.
Oh.
So I can't get into without cutting open the ceiling, which has popcorn spray. Oh, yeah. It's, like you said, it's a whole bunch of layers of just PITA. So I want wireless. DTS, give me a decent wireless setup that I can hook up to my existing speakers.
Look for the Play-Fi protocol, and it looks like this kind of cool system. If you have something that's got it set up with the Play-Fi protocol, you can even set it up so you can listen to your headphones. You want to get your headphones out and listen to it. So that's not bad.
I live alone, so I don't have to use headphones. That's the whole reason.
All right, last story of this week is the Roku channel has added a lot more content for everybody. Looks like they added a whole bunch of new different quote-unquote channels to it, including things from the Tribeca Film Festival. And let's see here, they did Vivaldi stuff, they did El Rey stuff. And one thing I'm really interested in, because I actually listen to a lot of their podcasts, is IGN. which I really enjoy listening to some of their stuff. So there is now more content available on that free Roku channel for you to watch.
I will say, though, I will want to comment that the El Rey edition is notable because El Rey just left cable completely.
Oh, really?
They left cable completely, and now they're showing up on the Roku channel, Imdb TV, all those ad-supported platforms, and that's cool.
I wonder what's on the channel. So real. There's a pause in there, just so you know. I'm just curious.
Yeah, we can find out in the post show.
I will. Sounds good to me. And with that, that is the week's news.
Alrighty, and this is the point in the show where we like to say thank you. Thank you to all of those of you that have taken the time to scratch that itch of giving and supporting us in what we do. Yes, I am talking about the patrons, the people who financially support us every month, that allow me to pay for this shiny Zoom session that you are seeing. You pay for the hosting for the DNA or domain registration fees for the domains
all
that we don't
stuff.
actually use. The important things. But and I bring those up because I just paid the Zoom bill and renewed our domains. So
Nice.
thank you.
Just curious, did we actually have money left over?
A couple bucks.
A little bit?
Yeah.
Nice.
So thank you. And if you would like to become a supporter, go on over to patreon.com/the Squad. And with that, why don't we get into some rants and some raves? Alrighty, rant rave. We'll start with you, Matt, because Jimmy's got a report to give.
Oh, he does? Well, I have not been watching much television except when I come home and my wife has decided she wanted to binge something she had not seen in a long, long time. And
Thomas the Tank Engine?
No, it's not my favorite show, but she's binge watching Friends on HBO Max.
Oh.
You know, there are moments of brilliance in that show.
Mm-hmm.
It's hilarious, some real good, funny stuff. But I was never a big Friends guy. But it's not the world's worst show. It's not bad. It's just not my thing. So it's not bad.
I would say all the worst episodes are the ones where Chandler isn't in it or is barely in it.
Chandler is excellent.
He's the only reason I watch that show.
No, it's fine. Every once in a while, they set up a good. I think I just watched that episode.
Did you see what Wabbit? Yeah, the pivot. That was an excellent episode.
The Thanksgiving episode where she makes the trifle is still one of my favorites.
Well, the most recent episode I just saw that, and it was a point that made me laugh, is that there's Joey sees a cute girl across the street in the apartments across the street waving at them, and he's trying to count how many windows and floors to get over there, and he messes up twice in a row and gets into Ross's apartment and goes, "Oh, that's the wrong apartment. Did you move here?" "Yes, I live here." And at the end of the show, Ross accidentally gets the chance to to meet with that hot girl, and so he's in the apartment. She says, "Oh, could you get that for me?" As she walks out that door, and he opens the door one more time, and Joey's like, because he was just sure this time. That took all episode to set up, and I was actually like, okay, that was actually good.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
I don't know.
All right. So, Jimmy, did you watch Yellowstone?
I didn't get a chance. I was actually I went out of town, didn't get a chance to watch.
Sure.
It's fine. No worries.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to watch that, but I do want to watch it. I'm going to start that this week, and I'll report back next week how I like that show.
I was gonna say it's a good thing I watched Coffee Town, because now I get to be like, dude, I held up my end of the bargain.
And well, I mean, the only thing I was going to say, hey, you know, I went out of town, traveled to Las Vegas, had to wear a mask the whole time, and boy, does that suck.
Oh yeah.
Right. So, I mean, it was still fun to go to Las Vegas, but having to wear a mask the whole time, you know, everywhere you go, you know, it, yeah, kind of sucks, but still had a good time. I mean, it was a good time in Las Vegas. But hey, let's talk about Coffee Town. So you liked it, huh?
Well, it was you didn't tell me it was a College Humor video, or it was made by College Humor. So yeah, no, it was guaranteed I was going to love it. The best part was the minute the movie started, it started playing a song, and I immediately identified, hey, that's Rat-a-tat, which is
Rat-a-tat.
That is very kind of an obscure group. So I thought that was pretty cool. The movie was funny. It was exactly what I hoped it would be, from the people that, you know, I already knew I loved. I loved the whole thing with his buddy taking up smoking, because that's the only way he could get away. But he was talking with the dude outside, and you know, when he was smoking the Newports, and I just love the terrible things that he says, just like innocently, taken out of context. Yeah. And yeah, it was a good movie. I really enjoyed it, and it made me realize, when is season 3 of the Orville coming? I've been waiting for 2 years, because the main girl that they were all after, she's the main character, one of the main characters on the Orville.
Yeah,
she's the first officer.
Yeah, Orville. I think I watched like the first 4 episodes or something, and I just kind of fell off.
It was great.
That.
Great.
I need to go back I need to pick that one back up again.
It's the show that Star Trek should have been.
Orville season 3 has just finished completed filming this month, and but they have not announced when the date is for release.
Yep, but it reminded me, because she was in it, and I went, and it's supposed to be, that's the first season, going to be the first season on Hulu, because it got canceled on Fox, or not really canceled. Disney moved it off of Fox and moved it onto Hulu as a Hulu original. But then we never got it as a Hulu original, which was fine, because most people watched it on Hulu anyway. So there's no change from my perspective.
Nope.
But
all right. Do you have anything going on?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, actually, my whole thing was, I was gonna just report back to Jimmy and say yes, I did enjoy.
One thing I did do with Yellowstone was I watched the trailer, and I showed the trailer to my wife. And she liked it, so that was one reason why I didn't watch it, because I was waiting for her to get ready, right? But I think this week, you know, we should be able to watch it this week.
Yeah. Cool. So also, I should add, because when we were talking last week, I found another movie that looked interesting, which was the UFOs, Bigfoot, and Jesus, which looked pretty funny. It was not the movie I thought it was going to be.
No.
It ended up being like a Hallmark kind of movie.
Interesting.
A story of redemption. And then I found out it was also released a year earlier under a different name. And although the whole reason I watched it was partly because was it Dan Most, or what's his name? He played. I didn't know that Ralph from the Happy Days got old. Don Most. I was watching it. I was like, Don Most. I saw his name on IMDb. I was like, that name is very familiar. And he played like the pastor guy, the small town. He's like one of the main characters. And then I realized, oh, that's Ralph. He got old. But
it happens.
It's a cute movie. It wasn't the silly movie party fodder that I thought it would be. And now I'm glad that we didn't ever put it up for movie party, because that would have been a very awkward watch. Because there wasn't a lot to make fun of. And I don't think it would be enjoyable in a group setting.
You know, there was a movie that I watched as a kid I used to love. It was like one of my favorites. And then my friend, I said, well, let's go watch this movie. It's a good movie. And they made fun of it. They MST3K'd it the whole time. Kind of ruined it for me. So it would be a good movie for you to MST3K, quite frankly. And maybe it's the movie is a very well known, pretty famous movie called Enemy Mine. Oh, if you haven't seen that movie yet, you can make fun of it. Trust me. So yeah, put that on your list possibly.
All right.
You might work well.
Yeah. I'll have to check it out. But okay. Well, I guess we can go ahead and wrap this up, get on over to the post show. But thanks everybody for hanging out with us tonight. Just a reminder, we are here on YouTube every Wednesday night now on same time, 9 p.m. Central. And you get to participate in the chat. You get to submit titles, which we will put in the post show. And yes, there is a post show. It will be going forward starting tonight. It will be a completely separate stream. So if you're watching live when the stream ends, don't go away. We'll be right back with the post show. But and then yeah, if you want to check this out after the fact, you prefer an audio version. You for whatever reason you don't like looking at our beautiful faces. That I know it's sad, but it's just the way some people are.
Oh.
But it's okay. The podcast audio version is available everywhere that podcasts are available. And if you are a patron, you get it almost like within an hour after we're done making this show. So you don't have to wait a couple days like everybody else who gets it for free. That's just the cost of free, right?
Make you wait. You will wait.
You will wait for it. Well, it brings new meaning to wait for it. Yeah. All right. Hey, thanks everybody.
Yep.
We will catch you all later.
Night.
I can find the button.
Find it. Find it.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.